two-run homer in the 12th.
Well, I tell you what, it was such a huge win because you have the 4 games against the Houston Astros that you sweep there. Then the A's take 2. That was a big win for me, especially with the fact they went into the extra innings and D. Gordon comes up with it with only his 2nd home run this season in the 12th inning to seal the deal.
13th home run of his career, and I don't blame him. Kiss those biceps. Why not? Take a look at our Jet closing standings. Here's how it looks. The Astros are opening up against the Athletics tonight in a couple of minutes down in Oakland, and the Mariners in good position to make a move.
Well, you know, you take a look at where we are in this season. We're in the middle of August. They're just a couple of games back to get into postseason, to snap that streak. And that's something I think that is so important to this ball club. I know every guy down in that dugout is wanting to be part of the team that snaps it. And the way they're playing right now, I think they're playing at a very high level, coming off that road trip that could have been going south very quickly. Yep. After losing 2 in Texas. They turned it around in Houston, in Houston's home turf. I thought that was a big series.
Dodgers 5-time division champions. They're reigning National League champions. They come in having won a walk-off game in the 12th inning against the Giants, and that ended a 5-game losing streak. What are they bringing to Seattle today?
You know, it's very similar. You know, they went into the Giants, and they lost the first 2, and they end up winning in extra innings, just like the Mariners did. They're not playing real good baseball right now, just 2-6, but this is a different ball club than just a month ago. They added Brian Dozier, the leadoff hitter, and also probably the biggest free agent this coming season in Manny Machado. So they continue to look for upgrades so they can get themselves back into that World Series.
Well, we got a good one for you tonight. Walker Buehler against Wade LeBlanc. We've got more coming your way from Seattle. A glorious Friday night for Major League Baseball. It's the Dodgers and the Mariners. First pitch straight ahead.
Go Dodgers.
Ford stores. By the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting The Voice, Paul Rogers, September 29th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. By Jet Closing. Buying a home? Jet Closing can save you time, money, and stress. Visit jetclosing.com today. And by Safeco Insurance, Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. Again, getting you set for game 1 of the Interleague set. 3 games. Dodgers, Mariners out in the pen. It's Brad Adam and Bill Kruger. All right, now the Rays started at the opener. We've got our new opener. It's Angie Mentek
Yes.
throwing out the first pitch today for Primera. Susan G. Komen for the Cure. And Angie on the mound throwing to her youngest son, Chase, who's not a very big target, Bill, but
No.
you told her what to do, warm up, and throw through the target. That was your advice.
Yeah, like she needs it. This girl, I mean, Angie is a super athlete, and you watch her throw. She's got a great arm,
Get
great
loose. I
mechanics.
like that. Yep.
So I
33.
see this not a problem. Look at that.
Boom. Little two-seamer, a little sink. I like that. 33, same jersey number she wore. Softball star, All-American at UW. So Angie, starting us off right, as we knew she would. Not worried at all about the big crowd out there. All right, she said that she was nervous before. Said that she was nervous warming up. I don't know. Let's talk to, we get Angie now live after the toss. Angie, were you nervous? You didn't look nervous.
Really?
Did you feel nervous inside, though?
Really? Oh, yeah. The
Yeah?
sweat just pouring down my back.
Oh, but you got loose and you did it.
The difficulty to, wear high-heeled boots at the same time and the mound and to take all those trajectories, in account.
But you did it.
Did it. Yes,
With
exactly.
two-seamer? What was it, two-seam, four-seam?
Just a two-seam.
Yeah.
It's always a two-seam.
Nice. And Chase did a nice job catching.
He did. He did a fantastic
It all
job.
worked out.
Yeah.
Congrats
It
to
did.
you. Nice
There
job,
you go,
kiddo.
Ange. Nice job.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, everybody, for all of their support. I couldn't have done it without my extended Mariner family. Thank you so much.
Sounds good, Ange. Yeah, go. Whoa, no, whoa, go Mariners. We've got the first of 3 again coming up. Dave and Dave with the call. First pitch on the way.
Swing and a miss. Flowers stepped to the plate with the bases jammed.
Into the glove of Dan Wilson, who hangs on to it.
It is a beautiful night to be here in Seattle as the Mariners are back home and they take on the defending National League champion LA Dodgers in Interleague Baseball tonight. Dave Sims, Dave Valley with you from Safeco Field. A packed house. This joint is going to be jumping. It's a sellout. Wade LeBlanc taking the mound, looking for win number 8 on the season. This will be his 25th game, his 20th start. He has really done a fantastic job for the Mariners as he gets things ready. Dave Valley takes a look at the Dodger lineup.
And here's how it stacks up for Dave Roberts' Los Angeles Dodgers. Brian Dozier, who just joined the ball club this past month, will be in that leadoff spot. Manny Machado, another addition to this Dodger lineup, probably the biggest free agent this coming season. Matt Kemp is hitting in the 5th spot. Matt Kemp with 67 RBIs and feeling a bit of a resurgence with the Dodgers. And Max Muncy with 26 home runs, the All-Star. Wade LeBlanc is on the mound for the Seattle Mariners. He has pitched in 24 games and has a 7-2 record with a 3.80 ERA. Defensively for the Seattle Mariners, D. Gordon getting a rare start over at shortstop as Gene Segura is on maternity leave.
He began his career with the Dodgers as a shortstop.
At LeBlanc in his last start, he went 5 innings, scattering just 3 hits and 2 runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And looking for him to start a new record against the Dodgers as he was just 1-7 against them. But that was 5 years ago, Dave.
Indeed. Things have changed. Here we go. Brian Dozier, recently acquired from Minnesota. First pitch of the ball game, roll tide. Wade LeBlanc out of the University of Alabama. Ball 1 at Minnesota. Dozier hit 227, 14 games with the Dodgers, 255. Wednesday in the 12th inning, he had a game winner. This one stroked deep to center, may have been on the track. 1 out. That's Perry.
Yeah, Brian Dozier, a guy who does have a lot of power. He's got 3 home runs since joining the Dodgers.
1 year we had 42 with the Twins. This Dodger ball club, 10th in batting average, 3rd in runs, 11th in hits. They hit it out of the yard. 164 home runs, most in the National League. And they're number 1 in ERA. There's Justin Turner. He's at 3rd. Missed some time on the DL.
Turner right now with a 10-game hitting streak. And he's good against left-handed pitchers, hitting .343 on the year.
Full plate umpires Mike Estabrook, Marvin Hudson, a crew chief at first, Andy Fletcher at second, Bruce Streckman at third. There's Dave Roberts. He interviewed for the job that became Scat Services. And he was asked to join the staff, but declined and wound up getting the job with the Dodgers. 2017 Manager of the Year in the National League. 2016, beg your pardon, as Haniger takes care of that. Bring up Manny Machado. This will be his 27th game with the Dodgers, hitting at .275, 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. At Baltimore, .315, 24 homers and 65 runs batted in.
I don't think it's ever easy to join a new ball club in the middle of the season. I think regardless of who you are and your status, you'll still probably try a little bit too hard to show your new teammates that it was a good addition.
Especially in the middle of the pennant race. Dodgers 2 games behind Arizona, half game behind Colorado. So we take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS. Manny 1 for 7 against LeBlanc. Bouncing ball. Here's Seager charging. On the run. Makes the play. 8 pitches. Efficient work by Wade LeBlanc. Right out of the box. Nothing across for the Dodgers. The Mariners coming to bat. Here's Mitch Haniger going to lead things off for the Mariners. He has been outstanding in the leadoff spot these last few games. Here's a look at the rest of the Mariner batting order.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Jack in the Box Mariners starting lineups. Mitch Haniger has really enjoyed starting off in that leadoff spot. He's been swinging a hot bat since the beginning of August. Take a look at D. Gordon down there in the 9th slot, playing shortstop here tonight. D with that big home run down in Oakland.
Here we go, 24-year-old Walker Buehler out of Lexington, Kentucky by way of Vanderbilt University. First game against the Mariners. Look at Mitch Haniger. Big part of the success the Mariners had in a 6-4 road trip. Little number right there, and that will be taken in by Brian Dozier. And how many times a day does this kid hear Buehler?
Probably way too many, Dave. Walker Buehler having a nice season for the Dodgers, 5-4 with a 3.32 ERA. He's got a live arm, good fastball that he gets up around 98 miles an hour, curveball, slider, and change. Buehler was drafted by the Dodgers, even though they knew he was going to have Tommy John surgery. And defensively for the Dodgers, Manny Machado over at shortstop, the new addition to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
That Buehler reference, of course, if Ferris Bueller's day off with
I can picture his face, but I can't remember his name.
Matthew Broderick, of course, Sarah Jessica Parker's husband. Robbie Cano, first game here at home since coming off the suspension. Good to have Robbie back. 3 for 9 on the road trip.
You look pretty comfortable down there in Oakland. Sometimes as a veteran player, you don't want to go down to the minor leagues to get at bats, but really important just to get some of that timing back.
Look out. Ball and 2 strikes to Robbie. 289, 4 homers, 23 runs batted in. Buehler's got the big fastball. The Mariners saw a lot of that last week in Houston from Garrett Cole and Justin Verlander. Shift on against Cano. Ball and 2 strikes. Look out, almost the same location. My goodness.
Buehler likes to use that fastball. Gets a lot of his strikeouts via the fastball against right-handed batters. Almost 30% of those fastballs.
Buehler 6'2", 175. One of many recent Vanderbilt graduates, and Robbie does not protest. 2 down.
Buehler just rears back and comes right after Robinson Cano with his fastball right down the middle. Looked like Robbie might have been looking for something else right there. Could not pull the trigger.
Quick 2 outs. Brings up Nelson Cruz. Alley 10 for 40 on the road trip. Home run, 6 RBIs. And there's a base hit. Beat the shift. And coming up with Kiki Hernandez like he was going to try to throw to first. Nelly giving him a look.
Nelly jumps all over this first offering from Buehler. Just punches it to the right side as that shift was on. He took his time coming out of the box, and as you mentioned, Kiki Hernandez, Nelly had to kind of throw it into that second gear. Just a nice, easy swing right there, taking advantage of that huge hole on the right side. That's the one thing that has always impressed me about Nelson Cruz is, yes, he does have tremendous power, but he still knows how to handle the bat. Can hit the ball from foul line to foul line.
Absolutely. Here's Denard Span. He's the cleanup man tonight.
There's that curveball from Buehler, sharp 12-6 angle, 81 miles an hour compared to those fastballs that we were seeing at 97.
Span's first time batting in the cleanup spot for the Mariners this year. The only place he hasn't batted this year is in the 9th spot. And Manny Machado takes care of that as he gets sawed off. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. To the second we go. 2 coming up. Dodgers Mariners. No score. Time now for CenturyLink. What's next? The remainder of this series. Rich Hill, crafty lefty, goes against Erasmo Ramirez. Clayton Kershaw goes against somebody to be named probably in the next 24 to 36 hours. Clayton Kershaw's been on the DL. That's why on the record just at 5.5, but an impressive 2.47 ERA. Here's Cody Bellinger. A lot of familiar names from the World Series last year. Very exciting 7-game series won by the Houston Astros. A lot of Dodger fans here in the building. Very similar to when Toronto was here and when the Giants were here. Bellinger, Kemp, and Kiki Hernandez 4, 5, and 6 here in the 2nd inning. Shift is on for Bellinger. Cano out short right field. This one pulled foul.
Bellinger had that breakout season last year, hitting .314 in interleague play this season. Go along with 19 home runs and 54 RBIs.
Versatile player. Play the outfield, plays first base. In center field tonight. 1-2.
That's typically not something you see. A guy who's playing center field and can just slide over to first base or left field.
It's impressive.
Great young athlete in Cody Bellinger.
LeBlanc thought he had him struck out. Mariners infield of Seager, Gordon, Cano, and Healy. Foul back. Outfield, Span, Maven, and Haniger with Zunino behind the plate. Gene Segura on paternity leave. She and his family well. Second time, second half of this season, the Mariners been away on paternity leave. It was Kyle Seager the first time. 3-2 pitch. Cano's not going to get that base hit. The first hit given up by Wade LeBlanc, and for the Dodgers, getting to know them 3rd in the West. Starting pitching ERA really good, 4th most strikeouts by pitchers, 23 blown saves. That Kenley Jansen, without him right now, 90+ 93 run differential and OPS 8th in Major League Baseball. Talked to Jansen, he's here on the trip, hoping to get some word Monday. He's got it had an irregular heartbeat. It's the 3rd time he's had it in his career. He's 30 years old. He's hoping for the best, but he's feeling good. But the Dodgers, the back end of their bullpen has been shaky to say the least.
Yeah, Jansen himself, 32 saves and 35 opportunities, but in the last 21 innings, that bullpen has given up 18 runs.
Here's Matt Kemp, the Mariners catching him on a down right now, hitting a .139 in 11 games here in August. Got off to the great start, 319 in April, 361 in May. Then he dropped to 220, 282 now, .139.
LeBlanc using that little cutter to keep Matt Kemp honest on the inside part of the plate.
At 4 for 20 against Wade. Two and one.
Kemp coming into the season, seemed like he had a renewed focus on his game as he came in camp a lot lighter.
Yeah, he's a big man, and he must have dropped about 30 pounds easily. We saw him last year, August, matter of fact, almost to the day in Atlanta last year. Three and one. LeBlanc on the season, 94 strikeouts, 25 walks. Kiki Hernandez waits his turn. Marinette.
Nice little cutter on that outside corner right there. Matt Kemp not going for it.
Here we go, payoff pitch. Bellinger runner at first. He doesn't run. And swing and a miss. Wade LeBlanc, little cutter gets him for a strikeout.
Wade having a lot of confidence in using that cutter on both sides of the plate. Gets good extension. That ball just moving towards the end. This one starts off the plate and comes on that outside corner.
Hernandez, 220, 17 homers, 39 runs batted in.
Bellinger over at first base has got good speed and is a stolen base threat. LeBlanc keeping him honest over there at first.
Runner at first, one out. Mariners poised for a double play up the middle. Gordon at short, Cano at second.
Hernandez, another very versatile player for the Dodgers, plays the outfield and infield positions. That's one thing that we saw last year. They had a number of guys that they can plug in just about anywhere, including Chris Taylor.
Taylor had a tremendous year last season. Big power numbers.
Cody Bellinger with 10 stolen bases on the season over at first.
Long hold by LeBlanc, really varying his times. In there with a strike. That's a better pitch. That was a long hold.
But typically, when you're holding it that long, very rarely will they actually throw their pitch. You're almost waiting for the hitter to call a timeout. That time, Wade just paints the outside corner.
On one pitch. Ball and 2 strikes.
EQC Tracer showing that ball just catching that outside corner again.
Dave, how many times have you seen teams that you get a guy like LeBlanc who can throw slow, and slowest, and just messes up everybody's timing?
But just watching Wade work out there just reminds me so much of having watched Jamie Moyer for so many years. And both guys, if you look at their careers, struggled early and then started to figure some things out. And you get help from pitching coaches like Mel Stottlemyre Jr. really speaking into their confidence out there. And Wade LeBlanc using his cutter, using his changeup, using that big slow curveball. Kind of just a very gutsy guy out there. Will come right after you.
Ball 2 strikes. Double play opportunity. Cano to Gordon coming across and too much speed. The ball hits slowly, so 2 outs. So 2 outs. Fielder's choice. It brings up Max Muncy. 2019 Mariners season tickets are on sale right now, and when you put down a deposit, you can select your seats for next season. You'll also be eligible for postseason priority this year as the Mariners continue their hunt for October baseball. For details, visit mariners.com/19. Well, here's Max Muncy. He was a cast-off by the Athletics, and what a story he's turned in. 26 homers, 52 runs batted in. Did see it, but somebody made a big catch, getting a nice ovation.
Max Muncy, a breakout star for the Dodgers this season. 26 home runs, 52 RBIs. Part of the National League All-Star team as well.
Boy, talk about going slow, and slowest. That was 72 miles an hour. Wade in charge right now, 0-2, runner at first, 2 outs. And Muncy, 45 games a couple of years ago. Look at his shift. They're just moving over even further. He had a total of 5 home runs in 96 games in the 15 and 16 seasons combined. Oh, he got him with the same pitch. That's a beauty. Wade LeBlanc 2 key strikeouts here in the second inning. Kyle Seager's going to lead it off for the Mariners when we get back. Houston to follow after that. Right now, time for our Geico This Date in History. My guy, Willie Mays, 1973, hits career home run number 660. His final home run hit it as a New York Metropolitan.
He was my guy, too. I saw Willie play in 1973. He was with the New York Mets, kind of at the very end of his career.
No, he was at the very, no doubt
I will
about
never
it.
forget it because it was a doubleheader delayed by rain, and when everybody left about 10 o'clock at night, me and my cousin were like front row behind the San Francisco Giants dugout watching Willie Mays. I mean, it was just amazing.
Absolutely. Jerry DiPoto joins us right now, the Mariners general manager. JD, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
I have a Willie Mays story.
Bring it.
Gotta hear
I guess on this, just on what you said, Val. 1974, the saddest baseball card that I ever remember is Willie Mays on his knees.
That's right.
Up at the
Tops. That's right.
I remember
remember
Series
73,
right, against the Mets at the
Like,
A's.
how can you call me out?
Yeah.
I remember that, man.
Oh, somebody made a
saying, this is Willie Mays.
Come on, that's sacrilegious. You can't make a card up like that.
It just seems like the wrong thing to do.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Totally. You can't do that to say, hey, kid, come on. We got a sellout here tonight, 46,796. Gotta love it. 2-1 here to Seager. What's your thoughts on that road trip, and particularly the sweep at Houston? Good stuff.
Really, I mean, 6-4 in any 10-game road trip, sign me up.
Yeah.
It was, but the Houston series was about as electric as anything I felt all year long, and frankly, if we would have scored one more run in 2 of the other ball games, we could have easily won 8 ball games on that trip. So that's it was a great trip for us. I really love the grind that we showed, so I was excited for it, and hopefully it gets us recharged as we head into this final stretch.
I got one for you. How about when the Pax takes the liner off the form, Felix comes in, gives you 5 and change.
Really gritty, and didn't quite know how Felix would react going out for his first relief outing, but emergency call, duty called, and he answered.
It's always good to see a guy who's going through a transition in his career really embrace the opportunity to help his ball club. I mean, Felix has been here for so long, and the Mariners have really not been in a race quite like we're feeling right now. To see that happen, it's got to be a good feeling for you because you're part of this transition.
I think so, and really when I saw the action on his first pitch, I was relieved because I didn't know what it would look like. But he had good life on his fastball. I thought he was more aggressive after the strike zone than he had been in his last handful of starts, and he gave us a chance, which is really all we could have asked for. We didn't do what we could have done offensively to make up for it, but he gave us a chance, which was all we could ask for.
Well, you got to like that. And now you made a move. You got Marco Gonzalez. You took him out of the Sunday game, move him to Wednesday. Felix goes into Monday against Houston. Tell the folks why you did that.
Well, we want to buy Marco some time. You know, he's worked so hard. His inning total is higher than it's ever been in his career. And we've said throughout that we wanted to find a way, whether it was going to a 6-man rotation or just skipping starts, to give he and Wade some extra time. And here with 2 off days coming up on the horizon, this gave us an opportunity to do that. So in all likelihood, we'll slide Roenis Elias in there to start on Sunday, a pretty quick start for him. Don't know how deep he'll be able to go. And then bullpen it for Sunday. That allows us to get 7 days of rest for Marco, and then his next 2 outings are both on extended rest as well. So he'll start 3 times in 21 days, which was what we were hoping to get out of this.
It's interesting, Joe. You know, it's August. It's the dog days, and you've been through a long major league season. How much time do you spend thinking about how do I give this guy some rest? You know, I think of, you know, Mitch Haniger, who's been healthy this year and giving you great. It's hard not to put him in that lineup, but you know they need a day's rest.
I mean, Scott and I were talking about it on the flight back from Oakland. We know Marco could use a break, and we have to find a way to get it done. But when every game means so much to this playoff race, you just keep running guys back out there. We had to be mature and do the right thing and just get off the gas with these guys. And this is the right time. And we'll have to do it with our position players as well.
You knew you had a good one in Haniger, but what a bonus seeing him in the leadoff spot and how productive he was on that road trip.
I feel like Mitch is one of those players who transcends a lineup. He can do whatever you need. He can hit first, he can hit second, he can hit situationally. He's a threat in the middle of the order, and he can extend the lineup when he's hitting down in the bottom third. He's an all-star.
All right, as your cell phone's batteries charged, we got the waiver deadline on the 31st. How are you looking at it?
We look at it every day, and it hasn't been a super active market for us yet. You know, we've won a couple of claims, haven't been able to put in that final piece of a trade, but there's always activity.
You know, I was thinking about this series against Oakland. You had kind of going into my realm, right? A catcher. Think of Mike Zunino. He plays Monday, then he plays Tuesday. Then you need him because it's Oakland, so we want you back out there on Wednesday, and then he goes 12 days. 12 innings.
Yeah.
And I could just imagine myself being in that boat going, please, somebody hit a home run.
That's right.
And Pete Gordon hits the home run.
Just how he drew it out.
Exactly. So for those guys, for the position players you mentioned, what is kind of the strategy as far as, again, I know you played Oakland, and now you're playing the Dodgers, and now Houston's coming in. How do you go about picking? You go by matchups on when you want to give a guy a day off?
Yes, and or like in a case like tonight, you got Z playing tonight against Buehler. We go night game today, night game tomorrow, day game on Sunday, but we've got 2 lefties coming up tomorrow and Sunday. What you'll likely see is that Mike won't play against one of the lefties, and Chris Herman will get a start, because we don't want to start. We don't want Mike to go night game, day game with all the load that's been put particularly on his knees. And this August schedule has been a terror for us. We're playing a playoff quality team roughly every day, and we want our best players out there. Some of what you can do is when you're in upside down games like we were in Texas, get your regulars off their feet and get your bench players out there, let them get some PT, and take your guys and just give them a little bit of downtime.
Segura is out with on paternity leave. How long do you expect him to be away?
I would say minimally today and tomorrow. I guess the possibility exists that it could be Sunday as well, but we know today and tomorrow.
Is the birth here, or did he go back home?
Nope, the birth is here. Actually, his wife is in the hospital. They're having their baby tonight by design, and she will be in the hospital for the duration, for the weekend. And you know, whatever we can get from Gene, great. You know, a year ago he had a child. They had the baby in the morning. He played shortstop that night. And this one's a little bit different, and we're just going to have to wait for him. It'll be worth it when he comes back.
Absolutely, and it's great to have Robbie back his first game here at home.
It really is. I like the fact that the fans gave him a hand when he walked out, and it was nice to see him walk out there during batting practice with his teammates here at home. A little different than the feel on the road.
Yeah, it's interesting. We were just talking about the Dodgers and some of their versatility with Hernandez and Chris Taylor, guys that they can kind of plug in a lot of different places. Cody Bellinger. That's kind of what you guys have right now, right? You got D Gordon over at short. You got guys that you can plug and play.
You know, Stan Kasten, the president of the Dodgers, is here tonight. And Stan said, I'm probably the only guy that was in the ballpark the last time D. Gordon played shortstop.
It's so true.
He's an awesome player, and we are versatile, and we're blessed to have really good athletes.
Jerry, thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
Right,
Great road trip.
Man.
Really was. That'll do it for the Mariners. We're back with more right after this as we open up this series against the Dodgers. Two scoreless innings, giving up one hit, a couple strikeouts. And he has already changed speeds a whole bunch of times to great effect, trying to get his 8th win of the season.
Yeah, Wade's really used that cutter and that slow curveball. We saw him throw that back-to-back against Muncy with great effect.
72 miles an hour. Here is Monty Grandal, switch hitting catcher. You can hear the Dodger fans making some noise here. Sellout crowd, 46,796. Well tagged, deep left center field, and it's gone, way gone. Grandal with his 21st home run for the Dodgers. They lead the National League in home runs. That's number 165. It's 1-0 LA.
Grandal with that good power from both sides of the plate. Jumps on that offering from Wade LeBlanc.
Got it on an 0-1 pitch.
Here's a Primera Super Mo. That ball just on the inside part of the plate, but able to pull his hands inside to bring that barrel of the bat to the ball.
18th home run given up by Wade LeBlanc. Put the shift on for Jock Peterson, who's in left field tonight. Homers, 46 runs batted in. Easy play for Span. Gennard puts it away, 1 away. Here in third. Tomorrow the Mariners take on these Dodgers again at 7:10, plus the first 15,000 fans. They're going to receive a Mariners t-shirt courtesy of Sato. So get your tickets to one of the premier games of the summer by heading to mariners.com. Top of the order, here's Brian Dozier. He sent Maben to the track in center field first time leading the ball game off.
Wade started him off with a big slow curveball.
He's ahead 0-2.
Comes back with that cutter on the outside part of the plate. Looks like he's got a really good feel throwing that cutter to the righties away from the right-handers.
Yankees and Toronto still delayed in New York, rain delay. 7-5 Yankees, they were down early. Houston and Oakland, no score, bottom 3 in Oakland. Outside to Dozier.
EQC tracer showing LeBlanc really focused on staying away from Dozier. His power mostly to left field.
He's had some big home run years. He had 42 back in the 16 season. All-star in the 15 season. He had a run of home runs. How about this? Starting in 2014, 23, 28, 42, 34.
You typically don't see that type of power from a second baseman.
No. 5'11", 200 pounds. Talked to him earlier today. A little bit different in Minnesota. So we wanted to win in Minnesota. There's no question we were grinding, but boy, it is expected to win in LA as he strikes out. Third K for Wade LeBlanc. 2 down here in the third. Strong suit for the Dodgers this year. 10th in batting, as we mentioned. It's been the extra base hits. Look at that. First in the NL, last in singles, and then you got the Mariners 12th in extra base hits, and the Mariners lead in singles.
I think if you look at the Dodger lineup, you got a lot of big swingers, free swingers like a Justin Turner. Not that they don't know the strike zone, but when they decide to swing, they let it go.
Turner flied out to right. Run on 2 hits for the Dodgers and no runs, 2 hits for the Mariners. Dodgers 6-8 during this month of August after 16-10 July, 17-9 June. Down to Seager, friendly hop for him. Throws out the Dodger third baseman. That'll do it. The damage done by Grandal, a leadoff homer. It's 1-0 LA. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by Amtrak Cascades. What a beautiful way to travel. Visit AmtrakCascades.com. Just paid tribute to the late great, just passed away yesterday, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. They played respect. Indeed, she will be missed. One of the great artists in the history of our nation, Aretha Franklin. Here is Dee Gordon broke in with the Dodgers as a shortstop. He's playing shortstop for the Mariners here tonight. And slashes one up the middle, and Manny Machado's right there. One out.
I was talking to Edgar Martinez about D. Gordon, who's been struggling a little bit here in August. And I said, Gar, what, you seeing anything from D? He goes, you know, Val, he's been hitting the ball right on the button all month. He's just not finding those holes, but it's going to come. And that's a great example of D. Gordon putting the barrel on the ball. Manny Machado robbing of a base hit.
Tell you what, no better example barrel to the ball than Wednesday. And Mike and I were sitting there talking, maybe he'll slash one by the third baseman. He goes deep. Just got over the fence. I don't care if just got over or not. It got over. Here's Haniger. Dozier got a good angle on it. Oh, and he dropped it. Haniger stayed on the move. Here's the throw to second. Safe. So Dozier had a good angle. That'll be an E4. Mariners, the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, he had that ball all the way. Just as it hits into that leather, just unable to get the leather around the baseball. Didn't look like he got it in the pocket. Haniger running hard to first base. Ultimately sees that ball dropping to the grass and hustling into second base. Hopefully the Mariners can take advantage of that right here.
Here is an opportunity. Here's Robbie Cano. He had a good look at Buehler's fastball. Took a fastball for a called third strike in the first inning.
Robbie a little bit late on those couple of fastballs, fouling him over the third base dugout.
Not surprised to see Buehler comes back with an off-speed pitch. Breaking ball again. You mentioned Buehler coming out of Vanderbilt University. A lot of familiar names recent times coming out of Vanderbilt. Pedro Alvarez. You got David Price, Joey Cora, Sonny Gray, Tony Kemp, Mark Pryor, who's here as the Dodger bullpen coach. Dansby Swanson. It's been a good run. Pulled foul. 2-1.
Buehler coming after Robinson Cano a little bit differently than he did in that first at bat. A couple of curve balls in that last pitch, a little cutter on the inside part of the plate.
Haniger, good speed. He's at second. 2-1 pitch coming here to Robbie Cano with Nelson Cruz on deck. Two and two.
Buehler gets away with a little hanging slider right there, right down the middle part of the plate.
Here our second at bat, Val. I think Robbie's seen everything Buehler's got.
A lot of fastballs in that first at bat, nothing but breaking pitches here in the second.
One nothing on the Grandal home run pitch. Outside, full count.
Fastball's got some life to it, though.
Yes, it does.
Ball running away from Robinson Cano right there.
Haniger ready to run. He's at second. 3-2 pitch here to Robbie. Inside, ball four. First walk of the ball game.
It's a good at bat right there by Robinson Cano, taking some close pitches from Buehler.
Curious to see what the Buehler approach will be here against Cruz. Nelly fastball, first time up, shot it through the right side hard through the infield, beating the shift. The Mariners' first hit came with 2 outs in the first inning. Rondell going to defensive signs here. You got Haniger at second, Cano at first.
Those defensive signs from Grandal are, if they do a double steal, I'm either going to throw to third or to second base. You got Robinson Cano a little bit slower over on the first base side.
Ellie, on the top RBI guys in the American League, hitting .333 runners in scoring position with 6 home runs. He's tied for 6th in RBIs. In tight again. Don't want to get those arms extended. He's got a good count here, 2-0.
And Dave, for the viewers out there, the reason Grandal is calling that is so if they are not going to throw to second base, then the middle infielders can hold their ground in case that ball is put into play.
What's Nelly going to get here? 2-0. Couple of men aboard. Off the mask of Grandal.
There's a slider right down the middle part of the plate. I'm sure Nelly would like to have this one back.
Whew. I get Grandal flush.
He fouls it straight back into the mask of Grandal.
Is that one of those, thank you, Mr. Tyson, can I have another one? One of those kind of deals?
No, you're never asking for another one.
That's true. Good point.
But yeah, it is clearly a wake-up call.
3-1. Another opportunity here. Another great year for Cruz, tied for 5th in home runs. We mentioned tied for 6th in RBIs in the league. 9th in slugging. Got a .539 clip. 3-1. Dialed it back just enough. Got a strike, full count.
Yeah, that was probably the best slider we've seen from Buehler here so far tonight. Locating it down and away from Nelson Cruz at 87 miles an hour.
Nelly, too, like Robbie, has seen pretty much the entire Buehler arsenal, as he calls time. Buehler out of Lexington, Kentucky. He's got a 3-2 pitch here to Cruz. Walked him. Bases are loaded. So he walks the number 2 and 3 men for the Mariners. Just imagine the kind of fireworks show you could put on if you won Washington's lottery play today. Look at that crowd. 46,796. 4th sellout this season.
It is a tremendous atmosphere here tonight at Safeco Field.
And Alex Bregman, home run, has the Astros on top. Long-time pitching coach and a very good left-hander in his day. Rick Honeycutt out for a conversation.
Rick Honeycutt was a member of the Seattle Mariner organization back during my very first spring training.
Wow.
1979. Crafty left-hander.
Yep.
Good baseball man.
Yes, indeed. He has had a great run. '13th season with the Dodgers. Here's Denard Span. Bases loaded. Huge opportunity for the Mariners. Span first time up at a soft liner to Machado, the shortstop.
Be a good spot for his first grand slam, don't you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Every veteran needs at least one.
Yeah, right. 0 for 4 this year with the bases loaded. He should see a couple of good strikes in this at bat.
Very quickly, Buehler has lost some command of his fastball.
Span a .311 hitter. Runners in scoring position. 1 home run. And 19 runs batted in. 1-0 pitch. The only thing we know about Span, he is a grinder, a patient at bat. He is in the driver's seat right now. Bases loaded. And 1 out here in the Mariners' 3rd. Gordon lined out the short, and E4 on Dozier got Haniger aboard. Cano and Cruz walked.
Span will make Buehler throw a strike.
Big 2-0 pitch. Soft ground ball coming home for the force. They get it as Muncy makes the play and retires Haniger. So 3-2 fielder's choice, and Haniger got up limping. That's not a good sign.
Let's take a look at the slide right here. Look at that left knee.
Oh, right there.
It caught the spike of Yasmani Grandal. Hopefully this did not break the skin right there. Looked like it caught the back cleat.
He did.
Wow.
That's unfortunate to say the least. Base is still loaded. Now 2 outs for Kyle Seager.
Just clipped that back heel.
Can't let this opportunity go by. Swing and a miss. Seager 444. Bases loaded this season. 4 for 9. Given in 14 runs. Had some experience with the grand slam.
Showing a lot of patience up at the plate. 97 RBIs during his career.
Here's the 0-1. Came up empty again. His mom and dad are here. They were hoping this was going to be the first time he and Corey got a chance to play in the same game against each other. Corey, of course, out for the season. Tommy John surgery.
Now going after that high fastball from Buehler. The first one was out of the strike zone. This one looked like it just caught the top of the strike zone.
Buehler's in charge now. 0-2, 2 out, bases loaded. Seager hitting .211 runners in scoring position this season. His mom with a baseball jersey, half of it Dodger blue and Mariners home white.
It was great to catch up with Mr. and Mrs. Seager. Just wonderful people. Very proud mom and dad.
2 kids in the big leagues, darn right. 1-2 pitch. Took something off it. Long run for Bellinger, but he is back there just shy of the track. Mariners let an opportunity go by. It's 1-0 Dodgers. The difference right now is we had the inning number 4 as we take a look. The IBEW Nika investing in our future. How about down in Modesto, Evan White in the month of August, a 400 batting average, 3 homers, 12 runs batted in, 10 runs scored. The OPS outstanding. 2 4-hit games in the month of August. Way to go, Evan White. There we go, top of the fourth. Wade LeBlanc to face 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Manny Machado, Cody Bellinger, and Matt Kemp. And he grounded out to Seager's first time and drills this one. Left field. Span, gonna watch it leave. 2-0 Dodgers. Manny's third home run as a Dodger, 25th on the season.
We've seen it for many years. Manny Machado in a Baltimore Oriole uniform. Tremendous power to all fields. Looked like he was sitting soft right here against Wade LeBlanc. Gets a slow curveball, just goes down and golfs this one out into the Dodger bullpen in left field.
Great extension.
He's a big man.
Yeah. 2 home runs given up by Wade. 19 on the season. Back-to-back innings with leadoff homers for LA. Time called by Zunino. Nice job by Mike Estabrook, home plate umpire, to indicate it was Zunino, not the hitter. I won't say most, but let's just say a high percentage of this 46, almost 47,000 Dodger fans. Off-speed pitch for strike. Bellinger, base hit to right on a 3-2 pitch, leading off the second inning.
EQC Trace was showing some of those pitches that Wade LeBlanc is getting a lot of those, because I think he's very consistent on that inside corner to the lefty, outside corner to the righty. He's got to tip your hat to Mike Zunino and his ability to frame as well.
D. Gordon on the right side of the infield. Cano out short right field for Bellinger. Right into the box two of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 booths to our left. The great Jaime Harin is the Spanish language longtime Hall of Fame announcer for the Dodgers. A chance to say hello to him. I think it might go on in his booth. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's look at the spray chart for Cody Bellinger. Let's hit that ball to the left side, but you can see with this big, strong swing, he does not get cheated.
He jumped on an off-speed pitch.
Majority of his hits going down that right field line. Take a look at his stance. He's very upright. Very him and Jock Peterson very similar. But boy, once he decides to swing, he does not hesitate.
All right, he's bringing everything. Yankees and Toronto. It's gone final. Yankees won it 7-5. A complete, matter of fact, they called it after 7 complete. Astros 1-0. Bregman's home run in the 4th. Astros 1-0 at the A's. 2-2 here to Bellinger.
Little cutter on the outside. Got a more defensive swing right there from Bellinger with 2 strikes. Not much more, but a little bit more.
Yeah, the degree of separation is not that great. Oh, he got him on a different looking bender. 4th strikeout for LeBlanc.
That slow curveball has been very effective for Wade LeBlanc here tonight against the left-handers. We saw him strike out Max Muncy with a couple of back-to-back curveballs. This time he gets Bellinger swinging right over the top, gets him out in front as well.
Boy, he was staying inner to the middle, and that's time he went out to the middle away.
Just extend that strike zone just a little bit.
Matt Kemp, he struck out on a 3-2 pitch in the second inning.
Matt Kemp has been very successful off the fastball this season, hitting .388. You can see why Wade LeBlanc has been using some of his cutters and curveballs and changeups against Kemp.
This one's going to be some trouble. Going to get down. Kemp so strong, got fooled on it. Nonetheless, comes up with a base hit. One out base runner for the Dodgers. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Good to have you with us, everybody. Dave Sims, Dave Valley, Kiki Hernandez will be the hitter, the right fielder. A few guys wearing old school stirrups, blue stirrup socks. He must be an old soul at heart, Val.
I kind of like the look.
I do too. I don't mind dating myself with that either.
You don't often see a lot of blue like Kiki Hernandez has shown.
He got fooled. Here comes Maven. Took a step back, but he's recovered. So 2 down. A run in on the Machado leadoff homer. 2-0 Dodgers. Wednesday, September 5th, the final bark at the Park Night here at Safeco Field. And thanks to Avoderm and Nylabone, for just $50, you and man's best friend will receive tickets to the game, a Mariners Dog Water Bowl, and a chance to walk around the bases after the game. So visit mariners.com/Bart for tickets. Max Muncy struck out at an 0-2 pitch. Saw a lot of slow breaking balls his first time up. Dropped down to 81.
That one right there, a little cutter. Started on the middle part of the plate, had great location on the EQC tracer, down and away from Max Muncy.
Greatest chance he's had to play. He set multiple career best in the majority of offensive categories already. Ball 2 strikes. 2 outs, man at first. Infield pulled over, around to the right for Muncy.
See if he comes back with that big slow breaker. Changes eye line with a fastball up and away.
Breaking ball, he hung it, and Muncy has just launched it into the lower right field stands. 2-run homer. 4-0 Dodger lead here in the 4th inning. It comes with 2 outs, and it's the 3rd home run tonight by the Dodgers, who lead the National League now with 167 home runs.
Max Muncy with home run number 27 right there. Wade LeBlanc does come back with the breaking ball, but not in the location that he was hoping. Pitch up, out, over the plate. Muncy, he knows right away as soon as it touches the bat. LeBlanc a little disappointed at that location right there.
There's Grandal. He homered his last time up. Muncy was not going to let another breaking ball get by him, not like the first time up. Ball and a strike to Grandal. Six men to the plate here in the 4th inning. Texas defeated the Angels tonight 6-4. Got a pain outside, missed. Wade's given up 3 home runs, 20 now for the season. More runs is no crime. They got to pick him up. Offense got to pick him up. If you're just joining us, the Mariners left the bases loaded in the 3rd, and they left a runner on in 1st and 2nd. 2-2. Full count. Mike Esherbrook, the home plate umpire. Wade thought he had that one. Jack Peterson on deck.
LeBlanc now with 65 pitches on the evening.
3-2 pitch. Lost it. It's his first walk.
That'll bring a little visit from Mel Stottlemyre.
Not surprised to see that. Jack Peterson would be the hitter.
Last number of pitches were a little bit elevated for LeBlanc. Oftentimes when a pitcher loses that, his body's rushing a little bit too quick towards home plate, and that release point starts to change, causing that pitch to stay up in the strike zone.
Among lefties, Wade LeBlanc right there. Best strikeout to walk ratio. Chris Sale, Patrick Corbin, Pax, and Marco.
Good to see 3 Seattle Mariners on that list for left-handed pitchers. Wade LeBlanc's really not a guy that you would expect to be on that strikeout list. Does not have overpowering stuff, but
it can fool you.
When he's on, he's able to locate and keep guys off balance.
Jack Peterson flied out to left. Strike 1. Jack in left field tonight, his 84th game in left field. He's done 31 games in center and 2 games in right. Did he go? He did, as they check with Bruce Dreckman. Seventh man to the plate, Jack Peterson. LeBlanc in front of him, 0-2. 3 runs on the board here in the 4th. Broken bat, ground ball to Seager. Flip to D. Gordon. That's a 5-6 fielder's choice to end the inning. Couple of home runs and a 4-0 Dodger lead. Dodgers in front. Distraction occurs anytime you take your eyes off the road. If you're on the road, off the phone. Let's reach our target. 0 goal together. 0 traffic deaths in your family. 0 traffic deaths in our state.
I don't know, is that a little bit too much work for vacation?
Man, oh man, keeping the kids happy. Great sight.
What a beautiful city we live in.
Indeed. See if the Mariners can get a breakthrough against Walker Buehler, who's struck out 4, walked 2. The walks did not hurt him. Mariners left the bases loaded as Healy fouls one back. Healy, Maben, and Zunino 6, 7, and 8 here in the 4th inning. Ryan struck out in a 2-2 pitch his first time up. It's this one hard right field. Got some carry on the track. Look it up. And it's gone. A home run for Ryan Healy. He goes the other way for his 23rd home run. And RBI number 60. The Mariners are on the board. It's 4-1 Dodgers.
Ryan Healy puts a charge into this one, going to right field. Earlier in the ball game, early today, he was working on curveballs off the pitching machine. I was talking to Edgar Martinez and asking him, hey, what are you seeing? He goes, hey, he just needs to get started a little bit earlier. And he does that right here as he gets his fastball up and away. That ball hits just off the top of the wall on the yellow stripe.
Hernandez made a run at it, couldn't get it. The Mariners have broken through here.
Hernandez jumping right into the wall as opposed to up.
Here's Cameron Maben, got an infield hit. Look at Kiki Hernandez. 10th home run given up by Buehler.
Ryan Healy driving this ball out there to right field. This is about as close to not being a home run as you can get. Ball hitting right off the top of the yellow line.
Every inch counted. Foul ball Maben. Thirteenth game as a Mariner for Cameron. Came in inning 261 as a Mariner. Good for Ryan Healy. 23 home runs. He had 25 last year in 149 games for the Athletics. 0-2. Story tonight, Dodgers have hit 3 home runs, 2 solos and a 2-run shot. And now the Mariners on the board with a home run. And did he go? He did, as they check with Marvin Hudson. Fifth strikeout for Buehler.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of curveballs from Buehler here this evening, but this was a good one. As you see Cameron Maben's bat coming through the strike zone for strike 3.
You as a catcher, you got to love the fact that Mike Estabrook did not hesitate. He asked for help and got it immediately.
Yeah, ultimately, as a catcher, you just want the umpires to get it right and check.
Check again down. Dreckman said Zunino did commit strike 1. Mike struck out on a 3-2 pitch first time.
Buehler 59 pitches on the evening.
6'2", 175, 24 years old, out of Lexington, Kentucky.
Well, Mike Zunino shaking his head right there.
Give my guy that pitch.
Well, he has been a little generous off the plate to the umpire's right shoulder.
Pretty good heater. 2-2. Strike 3 call. Back-to-back strikeouts. 6 for the ball game for Buehler. 2 outs here in the 4th. Make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday to find out your fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light Yeti cooler just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. There's D. Gordon. Enjoyed his 4 years with the Dodgers. They made me who I am. And I said, how often did you consult with Maury Wills? He said, all the time. Maury Wills, Tommy Davis, the great Don Newcomb at Sweet, Lou Johnson.
Tommy Davis was a hitting coach here with the Seattle Mariners early in my career before I got to the big leagues, but spent a lot of time with TD in spring training.
Batting champion 62, I believe it was, National League.
Hit.
And Maury, of course, Maury Wills managed here in Seattle. D last played at shortstop September 19th of last year when he was with the Marlins against the Mets. Foul back. Talking to D about his eating habits, Bay Area. I think it was an In-N-Out burger and Whataburger. He'd kill about 2 doubles a day. I said, where are you putting that? You go like $1.60. He said, hey, I can't put on weight.
Aren't you jealous?
Yeah, very. We had those burgers on the plane coming back, and he said he crushed them.
You had the Whataburgers on the plane or In-N-Out?
It was In-N-Out.
In-N-Out.
It was very good. You'd have been proud, Val. It didn't stick around very long.
I would not have been last in line, that's for sure.
I'll tell you what. I'd like to see you go against D. Gordon the way they talk about the way he could put those things away.
Yeah, we're all jealous when guys have that type of metabolism.
Remember when we were playing the Giants and they were opening first week of April, and I was talking to Dusty Baker after. He said, get that skinny little butt out there in second base, wear him out. That is in foul territory. Catch made by Jock Peterson. Mariners get on the board. Healy's home run is 23rd. It's 4-1 Dodgers.
Scoreboard watching down in the Bay Area where the Athletics are taking on the Astros, who have a 2-0 lead. Solo home run, Alex Bregman, 4th inning. Martin Maldonado, solo home run in the 5th inning. And so far, Charlie Morton has allowed just 1 hit in the game. So the Astros up 2-0 as we send it upstairs.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Wade LeBlanc at it again. And he's got Brian Dozier top of the order. Dozier, Turner, and Machado here in the 5th. Grandal solo home run in the third, solo home run Machado in the fourth, 2-run homer Muncy in the fourth.
Wade LeBlanc just staying away from Brian Dozier. Dozier power mostly on the inner half of the plate.
There's a strike, 2-1. Dodgers with 3 home runs, 169 on the season. They started the day 8 homers against Milwaukee, with Brewers sitting at 156, the Cardinals 155. What a race in the West. Zona started today, game and a half up on Colorado. Dodgers 2 back, Giants 6. Yeah. 3-2. There you go in the West. Dodgers have won the National League West the last 5 years. Of course, last year, the National League champions, losing 7 to Houston in the World Series. So another walk issued, second by Wade LeBlanc. It's the second walk in his last 3 hitters. The Orca card is all you need to ride the Sounder train. Link light rail, buses, ferries, and streetcars. Learn more at getorcasmart.com. Leadoff man's aboard. Justin Turner, the hitter. Fly to right and a ground out to third. Shows bunt, takes a strike.
Kyle Seager playing well back on the dirt against Justin Turner.
Gordon and short Cano at second, double play depth. Time called.
Turner hitting .343 versus left-handers this season. This guy really came into his own when he joined the Los Angeles Dodgers.
LeBlanc in front of him, 0-2.
His last 2 cutters just perfectly placed on the inside corner. Looks like they're going back inside.
And hard, base hit. Span charges. Get it back in. So they jumped on a 2-strike pitch and hit it hard.
I want to say hi to a couple of friends over on Mercer Island, Larry and Karen McDonald and their son Pat and daughter-in-law Andrea, who were so kind to host me and my wife Vicky over for Seafair.
There we go.
Their beautiful home in Mercer Island. Lifelong fans of the Seattle Mariners. Pleasure to meet them and spend some time with them.
Getting some stirring in the Mariner bullpen. Christian Bergman getting ready to heat up. There's Manny Machado, ground out to third. Line drive home run left field. Leading off the fourth. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. The Mariners a run on 3 hits. Blanc won his last outing. He beat Houston going 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Different story here tonight. Off the end of the bat, here comes Span. And Denard makes the play. 1 out. CenturyLink bringing you what's next. Rich Hill against Erasmo Ramirez, and Clayton Kershaw will go against a starter to be named, but I think Jerry DiPoto pretty much nailed it when he was with us about a few innings ago when he said Luana Solias will probably get the start and then turn it over to the bullpen.
Christian Bergman warming up down there in the pen. He was a possibility as well, but with him getting it down there loose tonight, that'll remove him from the chances of starting on Sunday.
Bellinger base hit to right and a strikeout this evening. Oh, 2.
LeBlanc now at 82 pitches, and we've seen how Scott Services has kind of limited him to right around 90, give or take a few pitches.
There's the 0-2. Look at this check swing, goes foul. Last time the Mariners played the Dodgers back in 2015, they got swept down in LA 6-5, 6-5, and 9-5. Last time the Dodgers were here 2012, June 8th, a 6-pitcher combined no-no by the Mariners. They win 1-0. Kevin Millwood, Charlie Furbush, Stephen Pryor, Lucas Litke, Brandon League, and Tom Wilhelmsen. Then they went on and lost the next 2 games, 8-3 and 8-2.
It almost sounds like a spring training game.
Seriously.
6 pitchers running.
Yeah, I remember Millwood got through 6 and was really breezing, and then he came out. I remember he went out to warm up, said, something's wrong, and he left and then went to the pen. Stephen Pryor wound up getting the win in that game. Slicing low liner, drops in front of Maben. He gets it back in. Dozier, he scores easily. Dodgers with a 5-1 lead. RBI Cody Bellinger, his 55th.
Bellinger just punching this ball out to center field. Gets a little cutter out over the plate. Stays on top of it. Dozier getting a good read right there, knowing that ball is going to hit the grass. Takes off. And comes across with the 5th run for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Here comes Scott Service. He's seen enough. Bergman's ready. And Christian Bergman's going to get the call. So Wade LeBlanc chased here in the 5th. He'll take his lead down 5-1 here at Safeco Field. A lot. It started with the Toronto series, and then Pearl Jam came in. Here's the setup for the concerts while the Mariners were on the road. A time-lapse photography, beautiful stuff here. And we were on the road, of course, but heard that Pearl Jam was outstanding in their performances in front of a big, appreciative crowds here at Safeco Field.
And I know one guy that was there, Mr. Brad Adams, flew back. So
yeah, that's
be
why
here
I
at
left.
Safeco Field for, I think that may be his favorite band.
I don't think there's any question. Time now for a Beacon Plumbing call to the pen.
Christian Bergman 0-1 with a 3.97 ERA. Giving up 2 home runs. Opponents hitting 195 off the right-hander. He's taking over for Wade LeBlanc here in the top of the 5th inning. Man on first and second.
Last time we saw Christian here with the Mariners, July 13th, is at Colorado. Got the start, took the loss at 4 1/3. They need him here. 1 out, 2 on. Kemp, long run here for Henniger. Oh, and it hits off his glove. That's in fair territory. Then bounces into the crowd. Oh, man.
Looked like Mitch had a beat on this the entire way. Not sure if he started to look up into the lights. That ball hits off of his glove, bounces down on the dirt and kicks out.
So an E9. Bellinger goes first to third. Scoring on a play, Turner. No RBI. In tight to Hernandez. Kemp's at second. So the Dodger lead now 6-1. But Mitch was there in plenty of time. Tough break for Bergman on his first hitter. Hernandez 0 for 2. Drawn in infield, 1 out. Mariners need a stop right here. Hernandez, the 6th man to the plate. 1 out. Runners at second and third. 2 runs in. Home runs hit by the Dodgers tonight, 1 for the Mariners. Two-one pitch. High fly ball. Span going back in front of the 376. Bellinger will tag. He'll score easily. Kemp tags. Comes to third. He's in there safely. RBI Hernandez on the sac fly. His 40th run batted in. 3rd run in the inning for the Dodgers, who have a 7-1 lead. Two outs. And brings up Max Munson. 1-2 pitch. Man aboard, 4th inning. He homered into the right field lower stands.
Once he jumped all over a hanging breaking ball from Wade LeBlanc for a 2-run home run. Once he hitting 266 with runners in scoring position.
A lot of work to be done here by the Mariners here in the 5th. Ball 2 strikes. Two.
Mariners with a big shift to the right side for Muncy.
Strike 3 call, delayed call by Mike Estabrook. That'll put an end to the Dodgers 5th. They sent 7 men to the plate with a 3 spot up on the board. Coming up for the Mariners, it's going to be Cano, Cruz, and Span, and hopefully they can get cranking here offensively against the LA Dodgers. Distilling BSB Brown Sugar Bourbon. You can't spell baseball without BSB. Dave Simpson, Dave Valley with you. Big crowd. Fourth sellout of the season. 46,796. It's been all Dodgers. You see the damage done in the third, fourth, and fifth innings. Top of the order coming up for the Mariners. And they got some work to do against Walker Buehler, who struck out 6, walked 2. Lone run, a leadoff homer by Ryan Healy in the fourth. Buehler's been impressive, Dave.
He has everything as advertised. A very strong arm. Got a little bit of movement. That fastball getting up to 98 miles an hour we've seen here tonight. But I've been impressed as a young pitcher with his command of his secondary pitches. Seeing a good slider and a good curveball.
Haniger fouls it off. A soft liner to second and reached on an error by Dozier, second baseman.
You knew the Dodgers were high on him when he came out of Vanderbilt, knowing that he was going to have Tommy John surgery, and they still took him in the compensation round. That pick right between the first and second round.
Ball 2. 2-2. Buehler 1-0, 7.71 ERA last year in 8 games.
A little high heat right there.
Something on it.
Never an easy pitch for a catcher. You're down in your squat. There's nobody on. You're kind of sitting back on your heels.
Yeah. Good heater. Strikes out Haniger looking. 7th strikeout for Buehler as we check in with Tom Glasgow.
All right, David, thanks so much. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Safeco Field. Also bottom of the 5th in Oakland. The Athletics taking on the Astros, who jumped out to a 2-0 lead thanks to a pair of solo home runs. The A's have cut that. The Angels have cut that. The Athletics have cut that lead in half on a double play ball. We'll get it figured out. It's Houston in Oakland taking on the A's. Back upstairs.
All right, Tom, no sweat. Cano, a strikeout looking and a walk. Jumps on the first pitch, pops it up center field. Bellinger. 2 outs. Mariners Karen Packard hosting a book drive at Safeco Field on Tuesday to benefit the Page Ahead Children's Literacy Program. Fans are encouraged to bring new books or make a cash donation at the gates to help children in need succeed in school by developing strong reading skills. Gotta have it. Good work, folks. Nelson Cruz with a base hit to right and a walk. Still throwing hard, 95 here in the 5th inning. A's just tied it. Jed Lowry at bat right now. What a year he's had. Brought back by Nelly, 1-1.
Yeah, Jed Lowry, a big reason why the A's are playing as well as they are this season.
A's starting tonight, 2 games behind first place Houston. Buehler 1-1 here to Nelly. Got the strike, and off-speed pitch inside.
Watching Nelson Cruz over the last few years as he's been wearing a Seattle Mariner uniform, he has given them everything that they could have ever expected. The power, the RBIs, the leadership in the clubhouse. Nelly in the last year of his contract here with the Seattle Mariners.
Love to see him come back. 2-2. Just off the plate, full count. 2 out, nobody on here. Bottom 5. 7-1. Dodgers with Denard Span on deck. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8. Couple of Ks here in the 5th for Walker Buehler, who's in charge. 7-1 LA. The Dodgers, they live by the long ball. They lead the National League in home runs, and they've hit 3 here tonight.
Manny Machado really going down and getting this curveball from Wade LeBlanc, and then another curveball, but this one's a little bit elevated. Max Muncy hitting his 27th home run here tonight. A 2-run job.
Here's Grandal, switch hitter. Turns around here to strike 1. Homered and walked. 263 hitter left-handed. Off the end of the bat, here's Seager. 1 away. Grandal, a 195 hitter, right-handed. That home run he hit in the 3rd, his 2nd home run, right-handed, 19th on the left side. Big crowd, 46,796. 4th sellout. Here's Jock Peterson 0 for 2. Dodgers with a walk-off win in inning number 12 on Wednesday, just like the Mariners. Pete Gordon hit a home run, top of the 12th in Oakland. And that win Wednesday by the Giants, against the Giants, ended a 5-game Dodger losing streak. They were walked off twice by Colorado. 0-2 to Peterson. As you mentioned, Dave, their bullpen with Kenley Jansen out there, all-star starter, it has made a huge difference. They've not been able to hold leads.
Yeah, as you're looking at this ball game here tonight, you were hoping that you could get Buehler out of this game and maybe get into that bullpen, because that's been probably the Achilles heel of this Dodger ball club right now. Giving up 18 runs in the last 21 innings without Kenley Jansen.
Jock was looking for something else. He just takes a seat. There's the bullpen of the Dodgers. Roskup, Ferguson, Alexander, Maeda, Hudson, Chargot, Floro, and Baez out there.
Does go to show you, Dave, how important a closer is. You know, some people say, oh, anybody can get those last 3 outs.
I don't think that's a truism.
I don't think so either. We've seen what Edwin Diaz has done for the Seattle Mariners and the job he has done with this season with 47 saves already.
Dozier sends one to center field. Cruising under on the track in front of the Mariner logo is Maven, in a 1-2-3 inning thrown by Christian Bergman. Span, Seager, Healy coming your way. CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partner in health. Get your guide to living Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org/Mariners. And by Columbia Winery, join the Mariners and Columbia in supporting and celebrating Washington Wine Month this August. Dave Simpson, Dave Valley with you. Friday night, Dodgers in town. Weekend series, Houston to follow. It's all LA tonight, 7-1. Here's Span, first pitch. Ground ball to Dozier, one out. So one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Mariners had an opportunity back in the 3rd. Loaded them up, could not score, left the bases loaded. That was right after the Dodgers had taken a 1-0 lead on Grandal's home run.
Yeah, Buehler has not given them many opportunities, but that looked like the one time they had a chance to get to Buehler. Now he has settled back in.
8 strikeouts, 2 walks. 2 walks came in that 3rd inning when the bases were loaded. Here's Seager. Flying out to center to end that bases loaded threat 3rd inning. I went 2 here to Kyle.
Buehler been using more of his secondary pitches here in the latter part of the game. We've seen a lot more curveballs, more sliders.
Ball and 2 strikes. Tomorrow night 7:10 first pitch, 1:10 on Sunday, then Houston Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. And the Mariners back on the road. More NL West action, 3 at Arizona, 2 at San Diego, and then 4 big games in Oakland. That gets us into September. Off again. Mariners entering tonight's game 3rd in batting in the American League, 10th in runs, 10th in home runs, 13th in the big leagues. Runners in scoring position. This one hit hard and it gets fouled. Happy family there.
Okay, who's going to get it? You got it? No, I'm going to take it.
Give it to Little.
Oh,
that's sweet.
That's a good young man.
Two to Kyle.
Mom and Dad did something right there.
Yeah, that's right. Be a harmonious ride home. A run on 3 hits for the Mariners. Dozier, slide, quick release, nice play. Let's take a long look at the upcoming schedule. Here you go. Told you about the Dodgers and Houston going on the road, Arizona, San Diego, and the A's. Then the Baltimore Orioles come to town, and the New York Yankees. The Yankees won. They called their game. It was called after 7 because of rain. They win at home this evening.
That's a tough schedule right there.
Yeah, it is.
All these games, whether it's in the American League West, National League West. Really the only break you get is maybe the Baltimore Orioles, who have really been struggling this season.
Struggling is not even half of it. 36 and 85 entering today's action. Healy with a home run opposite field. Pops this one up. Playable for Munson. Fair territory. Easy inning for Buehler. 1, 2, 3 in the 6. 7-1 Dodgers.
From the Ford Sports Desk, as we continue to track the action in Oakland, the Athletics taking on the Houston Astros. This thing has been back and forth. The Astros jumping out to a 2-0 lead. The A's come back and tie the game at 2. But now in the 6th inning, Josh Reddick with an RBI single. The Astros reclaiming the lead at 3-2 down in the Bay Area as we send it back upstairs.
All right, Tom, we'll keep you posted on that. Good report. Justin Turner leads off. Top of the 7th against Christian Bergman. He's on a relief of Wade LeBlanc. Wade 4 1/3, 7 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Gave up 3 home runs and 84 pitches. Turner, Machado, and Bellinger 2, 3, and 4. Speed pitch fouled off by Turner. 1 for 3 with a run scored tonight. Floro starting to heat up. Dylan Floro, and Turner shoots it the other way. Base hit. It's his second. MLB.TV. It's now available at a lower price. For $49.99, you can watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this special offer. Here is Manny Machado. Got his wish. Playing shortstop again. Ground out the 3rd home run, fly to left. Ball 1. Machado 1 for 2 against Bergman.
The Dodgers have never been a team to shy away from adding or upgrading during the middle part of the season. Back to the other Manny.
That's right, Manny Ramirez.
He had quite a second half for the Dodgers that year.
Tremendous. Manny jumps on this, and that is out of here. And some of the Dodger fans, some of their broadcasts said Manny was heating up. They weren't kidding. 2-run jack, his second homer tonight, his 3rd RBI. 9-1 lead. Manny Machado, my goodness, he gave that thing a ride on a 3-0 triple. Hell yeah! That's a fan reaction. That pitch was up in the zone. Manny's eyes lit up. Fan had it, and he won't get it back. Boy, he's brave wearing an Orioles jersey.
And a Manny Machado Orioles jersey, number 13.
That makes more sense. There you go.
He's never going to forget that one.
That's right. He should have caught it. 9-1 home run derby tonight. 4 Dodger home runs. Ball and 2 strikes to Cody Bellinger. A couple of hits tonight. Base hit to right, strikeout, and RBI single to center. Four home runs, 2 by Manning. balls, 2 strikes here to Bellinger. That's a ride there, Dave.
Yeah, a little slider, hanging slider, up, out, over the plate. The ball goes 427 feet. Exit velocity 106.
Machado's 20th multi-home run, game 6 this season. Last time he did it, he was with the Orioles, July 10th. That was against the Yankees. Two again. Full count. Dodgers putting on a power exposition here tonight. And now a walk. Base hit, 2-run homer, and a walk here in the 7th. Service. Probably not too much to think about at this rate. 9-1. Just going to ask Bergman to finish it up since burning another guy.
It looks like Bergman's going to have to eat up some outs. We got the night game tomorrow, followed by the day game on Sunday.
Matt Kemp. Strikeout. Single run scored. Reached on an error by Haniger. This one tattooed. Center field and deep. Maben did not get it. Two-run homer. That's the 5th home run. Double figures for the Dodgers. It's 11-1 for Kemp. His 18th homer. Gives him 69 runs batted in.
Dave, that comes on another hanging slider up out over the plate. Matt Kemp, good power towards a big part of the yard. Gets great extension right here as this ball flies about 1.5 feet over the glove of Cameron Maben.
This inning's been a complete disaster. Single, 2-run homer, walk, 2-run homer.
Looks like there is some movement down the Mariner pen.
Look out. 11 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. A run on 3 hits, 1 error for the Mariners. The lone Mariner run, a 4th inning leadoff homer by Healy. Mariners have had 3 hits spread out. 1st inning single, Cruz. Infield hit Maben in the 2nd, the home run in the 4th. By Healy. Five home runs. Wow. That one hit hard. Span gets to it quickly. It was on a 1-2 pitch. Can't get anybody out right here in the 7th. Now action as James Pazos leads up. Ground ball to Robbie. Get the lead runner and Seager. A nice turn, but too much speed by Muncy. That's a 4-5 force out. Get the first out. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. Thought about taking a look at the video, but call stand at first base. Clearly beat it.
That ball was hit a little bit too slow to Robinson Cano on the right side.
This is Grandal. Home run, walk, and a ground out. Switch hitter hit the home run right-handed, third inning against starter lefty Wade LeBlanc. Well, Walker Buehler, the starter for the Dodgers, thrilled. He struck out 8, walked 2, an unbelievable run support, 11-1 lead here in the 7th. A broken bat. Flip to D. They turn to double play. 5-6-3 in the double play. Damage a lot. A couple of 2-run homers. 11-1 Dodgers. Well, while you stretch, just imagine what you can do with a win from Washington's lottery. Play today. Big crowd, 4th sellout. And mom and daughter having a whole bunch of fun. Scoreboard, not a lot of fun from a Mariner perspective, to say the least. The Dodgers have cranked 5 home runs. And they will go to the pen and bring out Dylan Floro. Dylan Floro taking over. This will be his 41st game. Good strikeout to walk ratio. Opponents hitting .232 against. Too much Dodger power tonight. The leading home run hitting team in the National League. They have banged out 5 long balls here tonight, Dave.
Yeah, we've known about that power. The extra base hits, leading the National League in extra base hits, and we've seen that show up here tonight. The Mariners pitchers have made some mistakes. Boy, they have not missed them. Here's a look at tonight's starter for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Walker Buehler. He goes an easy 6 innings, scattering just 3 hits. One of those was the home run by Ryan Healy. Giving up 1 earned run, just 2 walks, 8 strikeouts on a very efficient 93 pitches.
There we go, bottom 7. 11 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. The combination of 1's not a good one tonight for the Mariners. Breaking ball, strike to Cameron Maybin, bottom 3rd of the order. Maybin, Zunino, and Gordon. Five one's just good in Yancey, not on your scoreboard tonight. If the other way, it's a fair ball. A lot of English on it. Muncy will take it. 1 out. Sunday, September 9th. Boeing salute to Kids Day when the Mariners take on the Yankees at 1:10. And as part of the fun, all kids 14 and under, they're going to get a Mariners growth chart featuring team ace James Paxton. Get tickets for the whole family at mariners.com. Well, he's having fun in spite of what the scoreboard says. Might be his first game. There's Mike Zunino. Struck out swinging and looking.
Floro features a fastball, slider, and changeup. Fastball in the low 90s.
Easy 94 coming in there. Oh, 2 to Mike Zunino. Infield straight up, so's the outfield. 1-2. D. Gordon to follow. Just away. RBIs tonight for LA. Manny Machado, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. An RBI for Bellinger, 2-run homer Kemp. Sac fly RBI Kiki Hernandez, 2-run homer Muncy, and a home run by Grandal. And Healy with a homer for the Mariners. Zunino strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. 2nd time swing. A quick 2 outs. Get home field advantage on Silver Bullet Saturdays. Download the Coors Light Rewards app and start earning points towards rewards like Mariners tickets and Coors Light gear while supplies last. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Bueller, he struck out 8, and now Floro has added to that total. 9 strikeouts by Dodger pitcher. Here's D. Gordon bouncing ball. Boy, what an easy inning. 2 weak ground outs and a strikeout. We go to the 8th. All Dodgers. Top 8 here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Dave Alley, and Angie Mentic joins us right now. And Angie threw out the first pitch tonight. And Angie, tell us why that first pitch was so special this evening.
Oh, well, because I didn't bounce it. No, I didn't.
Yes. Great job. Great job.
That is not it. That's why right there, because Primera donates $30,000 to Sujin Giacomin. Actually, they're right now at $29,500. But the great news is Primera is just going to continue to go up and beyond. They don't have a ceiling on this year. So as many bases as the Mariners steal, they will continue to donate to find a cure for breast cancer.
And if anybody was noticing right there, Angie went full wind-up from the mound all the way to her son Chase, who caught that, did a great job catching. But her son Jackson is actually the catcher, right?
Yes, he is, but he's in Cooperstown playing baseball right now.
Oh, very nice.
So, yeah, they were like, the Mariners could catch it, or you could have one of your sons. I'm like, oh, it'd be so, hard to decide one or the other. But since there was only one here,
Jackson missed out.
Right, they both had rewarding weekends. No
exactly.
About
when Chase squatted down, he was like 1 foot by 1 foot. He was so tiny. I was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta hit that.
What a program by Primera though. Ange?
Unbelievable. I cannot tell you how thankful I am, and more importantly than me throwing out the first pitch is that everybody can see, oh, there's Chase
that
face.
good-looking kid right there.
It is cousin Trey. They're having a blast here tonight. But it's more important is that people see me here healthy, and the reason why is because early detection.
Here, here.
Please, 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 ladies, go get your mammograms. Go get checked out.
Absolutely. It's one cancer survivor to another. Congratulations.
Thank you
Cancer
so
had no
much.
chance with you, Angie. None at all.
You're the best, Dave. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Great job. I'm so glad you got that baby right in there too. I don't know what the MPH reading was, but it was right there. It was good.
I was well. Chase called low and away, so that's I just hit the spot he called.
Now you know we love you, but if you'd have bounced it, we'd have held that.
Oh my God!
Like,
I would expect
replayed
you.
It over and over.
I would wear it. I would wear it, and I would expect it. I told Chase. Oh, Chase, by the way, says to me, he says, "Mom, you bounced it, and you're walking home." And I'm like, "Hi, you're 11. I think I drove."
Sounds like it came from you.
Yeah, the apple doesn't get far from the tree.
No,
matter how hard you kick it, it just doesn't get very far from the tree.
That's funny. That's good stuff. Well, they're having a ball tonight.
Yeah, my sister-in-law Rochelle there. Yeah, just out of frame.
You'll have a fun ride home.
What better place than spend an evening at the ballpark in the summertime?
And then fireworks tonight as well.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Good times. Wish the score was a little bit different, obviously.
Yeah. How about that, Ants? Thanks so much. Good to see you.
My pleasure.
All the
Thank
best.
you.
Great job.
Dave. Love it.
James Pazos, the new pitcher. Chris Herman, the new catcher. Pazos walks his first man. We go top of the order now. Brian Dozier. Dozier 0 for 3, a walk and a run scored. There's Herm. Dozier. Big acquisition trade deadline from Minnesota.
Yeah, he was one of the big names that was being bandied about by a lot of teams, including the Boston Red Sox.
I go around the horn here. 5-4-3 double play. Second double play in as many innings for the Mariners.
Robinson Cano looking very comfortable out there at second base.
2 down here in the 8th. It was him, Justin Turner. He's had base hits, singles his last 2 times up, and scored. He's 2 for 4. To Turner. Turner began his career with Baltimore, a couple of years there, and then up and down with the Mets for parts of 4 seasons, and then became pretty much a full-timer with the Dodgers in 14. His last few years, 16 home runs in 15, 27 in 16, and 21 last year. 5 home runs tonight by LA. Seager gets the good hop. So a double play, big help in the 8th. Time running short on the Dodgers. Top of the order coming up.
Sports Desk. Hey, if you're at the ball game tomorrow night, make sure you get yourself to the main concourse right behind home plate for a unique Mariners Care. Can bid on memorabilia from Mariners players and Pearl Jam during a special Mariners Care silent auction. Items will be on display at section 128 of the main level. Bidding will close at the end of the 6th inning. All proceeds will benefit the band's Vitology Foundation's homeless relief efforts. Right now, you're looking at an auction going on tonight, led by the Mariners' wives. So, again, tomorrow night, behind home plate, section 128. Help out a terrific cause. Let's send it back upstairs.
All right, Tab, thank you very much. New pitcher, Zach Roskup, faces the Mariners top of the order. Haniger, Cano, and Cruz. Just 3 hits. The only run for the Mariners, a home run by Ryan Healy leading off the 4th. Mariners saw a dominant pitching performance over 6 innings by Walker Buehler. 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts in his 93 pitches. Ball, 2 strikes.
Roscoe features a fastball and slider. 0-1 record with a 12.27 ERA. Opponents have been very successful with a 3.53 batting average.
Ground ball to third. This is Turner. 1 away. Seattle Mariners baseball and Root Sports brought to you by Jack in the Box. This season, a Mariners double play means free jumbo jacks from Jack in the Box. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. Dave Sims, Dave Valley with you. 8th inning, all LA. 11-1. Last time the Dodgers were here in 2012, they lost the first game in a 6-pitcher combined no-hitter thrown at them by the Mariners, and then the Dodgers reeled off wins of 8-3 and 8-2. Right now, this is headed for the 3rd consecutive rout by LA here in Seattle. Gordon Beckham is on deck. He's back with the ball club. Gene Segura on paternity leave. Jerry DePoto, the Mariners general manager, telling us earlier in the evening that Gene and his wife are here, and the delivery of the babies tonight as Robbie rides one high, deep towards the 380 mark, and it's run down by Kiki Hernandez. 2 down. Looked good and sounded good off the bat, but a nice play out there by Hernandez.
Yeah, Kiki Hernandez earlier in the ball game jumped into the wall. This time gets back to the wall and jumps up and makes this play right here.
So here's Beckham. Nelly Cruz gets the rest of the night off. Oh, 2 to Gordon. Beckham behind, 0-2, 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th. Fireworks coming up after this game. So foul back. Ross Cup ready, 0-2. Foul ball. Got to keep your spirits up in that dugout, right, Dave? Easier said than done.
It is. You know, when the Dodgers come out here and hit 5 home runs against one of your better pitchers who has done so well all season long. As Beckham shoots this one through the left side. This is one of those games you got to just have that quick memory, just get rid of it and get ready for tomorrow.
That's right. Get a good night's sleep. Fans, our annual Ultimate Fan Contest, it's almost over. Root Sports going to be looking for the ultimate fan in the state of Washington throughout the month of August. So send us a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan. You can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. Official rules, visit rootsports.com. Base hit by Beckham with 2 outs. Denard Span takes ball 1, 0 for 3 tonight. Bender in there for strike 1. Top 8, Houston 3-2 at Oakland. One here to Denard. They're not holding Beckham up and in. 0-2. Just tuning in, it's been a 5 home run night for LA. Machado's hit 2. Kemp, Muncy, and Grandal checked in with homers as well. Here's Span fouling one off, 2-2.
Denard Span always gives you a quality at-bat.
Yes, indeed.
There's just like this kind of calm approach that he has up there.
And he goes at his pace.
Slows the pitcher down. Almost like he takes control of the at-bat.
I agree. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He's gone. So are the Mariners. Here we go. Top 9. 11-1 Dodgers. baseball, and Dave Valley, balls are flying out of here off the bats of the Dodgers.
Well, we've seen some great extension by Manny Machado. This is his second home run, going a distance of 425 feet, almost right through the hands of an Oriole fan. And then Mr. Matt Kemp puts a charge into this one in straightaway center field. This one had 101-mile-an-hour exit velocity, going 403 feet.
Got a change for you on the mound. Andrew Romine gets a chance to pitch in this blowout game. 11-1, top 9. 6th appearance pitching. And he's got Manny Machado. Was it last night? Was it the night before when the Mets were pounding the Phillies? 24-5 was the final, first of 2. You know, it's amazing too. The TOG, the time of game of that game is only 3:01.
Wow,
which is remarkable. Popped it up. New right fielder is Heredia. Cano going back, calling everybody out. 1 out. Let's check in with Tom Glasgow. Tommy.
All right, David, from the Forward Sports Desk, how about a little hashtag Where I Root presented by Alaska Airlines? And remember, when you send your photos in, you are giving us permission to use them on the air. We're taking you across the country and around the globe. Julia from the base of Niagara Falls, terrific photo. Chris is in Florence, Italy. Hope you're having a great time over there. If you can hear us, Chris, we hope so. And Paul is at Rocky Mountain National Park at 12,000 feet. Thanks for those photos. By the way, the Astros still in front of the A's, 3-2, top of the 8th, down in Oakland.
All right, John, thank you very much. Cody Bellinger, the hitter. Got a couple base hits tonight.
Under the hitting speed.
We know it.
77-mile-an-hour fastball.
Plain as day. How many times did you play, or did you catch position players back?
Not that many, Dave. I'm having a hard time even remembering one time.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
So this has become a lot more in vogue since you retired?
Well, it's the changing in the game, you know, with pitch counts. Teams trying to save guys for the next day in a blowout game like this. I mean, would you be so against a 10-run rule in baseball?
It'll never happen in the big leagues.
But I mean, you know,
but I hear you. But it'll never. And here's the reason. I'll tell you why it's not going to happen, because that big comeback when the Mariners had in San Diego a few years ago.
But how many times does that happen? I mean,
agree.
Let's use sabermetrics. Let's use numbers, percentages. What is the percentage of the time that a team in the history of the game?
I'd like to see it.
I would like to see that.
It's not a good number.
No, it's not. You know it's not.
It's not a good number.
It's miraculous when it happens. I remember when the Cleveland Indians came back against the Mariners.
I remember
it might have been a 12-run game.
It was a game Lou took just about everybody out.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
I know the game is always looking for ways to speed things up and to make it more
I don't know if
entertaining for the fans.
I hear you, but you're not going to get a sale on that one. There's Kemp, big home run center field last time up, 2-run shot.
Andrew Romine gassing it up there at 87, 89. That's actually pretty good.
Second appearance in the mound for Romine.
You know, from hitters, it's almost a no-win situation because you should be able to hit this guy.
But like you said, you're a major leaguer, and this is well under the normal hitting speed.
Ooh, a little slider right there from Romine. A little down and away.
2 runs on 1 hit in his first appearance. Romine's second pitching appearance. He's 3-1 to Kemp. Two outs. brings up Hernandez. Kiki Hernandez, sac fly back in the 5th. Got a base hit last time up in the 7th. Here comes Span, and makes the catch. Well done. Last ups for the Mariners in the 9th as Span, good effort. Timed it beautifully. 11-1 Dodgers. Go field sellout crowd, 46,796. Hey, on the go, no problem. Mariners are at your fingertips with the Root Sports mobile app. Just download the app and log in with your participating TV provider account info. Only available to customers whose TV subscription includes Root Sports. So check now to see if your provider is participating. Andrew Romine throwing a scoreless top of the 9th. And it's 11-1. The Dodger lead. His second appearance on the mound this season. Here's Kyle Seager to lead it off. Zach Roskup and his second inning of work. Seager tonight. Strikeout, fly out, ground out the second.
Cal's had some good at-bats against left-handers this season. Actually, over the last few seasons, he's really made some great development in his approach, especially on extra base hits. Roskup is just going fastball and slider.
Mile high pop. Dozier's under it. One down here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Coming up Saturday and Sunday, Rich Hill, Erasmo Ramirez. Tomorrow, Sunday, Clayton Kershaw will go against a starter to be named, and the early speculation is Rowanus Elias. Felix Hernandez will be pitching on Monday against Houston.
Ryan Healy responsible for the lone run by the Mariners here tonight. A home run to right field.
He's leading off the 4th. 4 hits for the Mariners, and boy, have they been scattered. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the eighth. Flip side, the Dodgers have had 3 multiple hit innings. 3 runs, 3 hits in the fourth, 3 runs, 2 hits in the fifth, 4 runs, 4 hits in the seventh. Two and one. Face the corner, 2-2. Come on. Wait. Bouncing ball foul.
Manny Machado with 2 home runs here tonight. 2 long fly balls, one out to left field, and second one traveled a distance of 427 feet.
Max Muncy got into it. 2-run homer, 4th inning.
Muncy hitting his 27th of the season.
And Healy swings through. 2 outs. Cross cup. Second strikeout. Brings up Cameron Maben. Big fireworks show coming up at the conclusion of this ball game. Maben got a base hit in the second, and we'll get the full coverage of the fireworks show on Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. Strike one. Mariners down to their last strike. Dodger fans, a lot of them wearing Dodger blue in the building here tonight. 0-2 pitch coming. Foul back. There's the 0-2 to Maben. Bouncing ball. Turner's going to cut it off. And that's your ball game. Fireworks provided by the Dodgers as they win it 11-1.
Yeah, the 5 home runs was just too much for the Mariners to overcome. Walker Buehler doing a fantastic job for the Dodgers, giving up only 1 run here tonight, and that's all that the Mariners could muster against the young right-hander.
Right you are. For Dave Valley, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts right after this with Brad and Bill.